this is me. Hey guys, this is me at Cinemark Movie Theater tonight. I'm going to see a movie at the Cinemark Movie Theater tonight. For the simple fact, here's the deal. I mean, it's the end of August, and it's the end of the school season, which means all the summer movies are gone. Because of that, the drive-in theater, they've cut down their hours, and they're only running on the weekends now, which is cool for them. I understand it makes business sense for them, but there's this, here's the thing. Like, I've just worked two weeks straight. I haven't had a day off in like 2 weeks. And this is the first opportunity I've had, and there's just no way I'll be able to get a weekend night off, or weekend day off, weekend night off. You know what I mean? I won't be able to go to the drive-in theater, I don't think, for the rest of the season. I might get lucky. I think we're hiring a couple more people, but tonight, you don't understand how much I debated about going to see this movie. Here's the thing. Like I said, it's at the end of the season, so we've all the blockbusters are already come and gone. The last semblance of a movie blockbuster picture that's out right now is what I'm going to go see tonight, which is The Meg. I really don't. I don't want to see this movie. I had to talk myself into it. And you know how sad it is when the deciding factor, when the thing that I told myself to convince myself to come to the theater was, I haven't had theater popcorn in a while, and I kind of wanted it. So it was the popcorn that tipped the scales that made me come to see The Meg. I just am not interested, but I'm gonna try to keep an open mind about this. I'm gonna try to like this movie. But obviously, you guys are going to find out in just a few seconds whether my prophecy, my prediction of a bad movie, how much of it's going to come true. Because it doesn't look good. It looks like Skyscraper, The Rock in the Skyscraper good. That's what it looks like to me. All right. Anyways, I got to get in the movie theater and go ahead and watch this crappy movie. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys in just a few seconds. Bye. Hey, guys. I just got done watching the Meg, which is short for Megalodon, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. The basic premise is basically you have like a sea lab, and their whole thing is that they wanted to prove that this area of the sea, the ocean, was actually a little deeper than it was previous recorded to be, for the simple fact that instead of the ground, what they found was it was like a layer of methane that was mimicking ground, and that's where they measured the sea level at the ground level at. And but what they found out was, to prove their theory right, was they took a submarine and they dove underneath this cloud, as it were, and discovered a whole different ecosystem of like animals, sea creatures that survived in this pocket of like warm water under layered in between this really super cold water. So basically, you just, again, you had all these creatures that didn't know about any of the outside world. They just knew of this small little area of the ocean where they seemed to have been trapped in. And of course, one of the creatures is our titular big bad sea creature, the Meg, the Megalodon. And because of their interference, them thrusting themselves into this environment, they created a way for it to get out. So again, like I said, this movie started off on a lot of tropes, built itself up on a lot of tropes. You had Jason Statham's character, who was like, his specialty was rescuing people from in the lower depths of the sea. There were opening scenes where he had a failed attempt to rescue a whole crew of a submarine, and he had to leave with only 11 people. And So then he retires to like some like Asian country, and then so there's your trope right there. You know, retired guy that's pulled back from retirement very reluctantly to try to save the crew of this new crew that was in peril. We've seen this movie before in different variations in different forms. But at the same time, like I said, we were given characters that we actually did care about. So it did make the scenes of danger a little more dangerous and a little more heartfelt. And I did enjoy some of the aspects of this movie. Some of it I kind of felt boring. It felt boring and disengaged from. But it's still, at the same time, it was still a worthwhile movie. I wouldn't say go out and rush and see it in the theater. I would say, you know, either watch it in second run, like I occasionally do, or just watch for it on the streaming channels. I'm sure it'll show up on TBS if you're still a cable owner. I'm sure it'll end up on one of the 3 major streaming channels right now, Hulu, Amazon, or Netflix. As we speak right now, that's how sure I am. I'm positive this is going to go on. So that's it. Let me go ahead and give you a numbered review. I'm going to say a 70. It was worth watching, but nothing to, you know, it was nothing new. It didn't give us anything new. It really didn't inspire us or give us any clever plots. The ending was still pretty predictable. But it was still worth a watch. I still had a good time. I didn't feel like I wasted my money on it. Let's just put it that way. All right. Here's the thing. All right. Do you guys remember? I'm sure you do. If you're watching this video, you've watched the last one. For reasons I don't understand, because these reviews are really shitty, and I know that. I don't care. But my last video, the one where I saw Teen Titans Go. But when I was sitting in the theater, this guy comes in with his wife and his friend, and I looked at him like, oh my God, that's Chris Suckman. And I remember telling you guys this. Well, I had a similar experience. So I walk into the theater. So I paid for my ticket at a non-existent line, and then I went over and started paying for my popcorn. And up comes this guy, and he stands in the line to pay for his ticket, which is right next to the concession stand. And I look over, and again, it's Chris Stuckman. I'm like, no, I'm going to be cool. I know that if I ever became famous, which I won't, I wouldn't particularly like people coming up to me. I'm a nervous guy, and I have a hard time saying the right things, and I'm social retarded. And I am. I make no excuses for it, and I do not apologize for it, because that's the way I am, and I understand that. I just try to remain as quiet as possible and be as polite as possible, because that's what life is. It's to make other people as comfortable around us as possible. And a lot of people don't believe in that philosophy. Everybody like barrels head first blindly, and, you know, hey, if they don't like it, then, you know, hey, that's me, and you got to deal with it. No. We all have to live together, and I firmly believe this, that it's our job to make everybody else around us feel as comfortable as possible. But so I kind of made up my mind in that split second where I looked over and I'm like, it's Chris Suckman again. I should say at least, hey. No, I don't want to do that. So we stood there, and like all good movie theater lines go, it took forever for anything to happen. She was getting my popcorn. I decided to myself, all right, fine. I'm going to at least say hey. So I turned to him like, all right, I can't not say anything. Are you Chris Suckman? And he turned to me, and he's like, yeah, I am. And he had that kind of bewildered look on his face, and I'm like, look, I just wanted to tell you that I enjoy your videos. That's all I wanted to say. And he was very gracious about it. He came over, he shook my hand, he asked me what I was going to go see, and then when I said, I had this sheepish grin on my face, because I knew that The Meg was just dumb fun. It was just supposed to be a dumb fun movie. And I said, well, I've seen The Meg. And he's like, oh, well, you'll enjoy it. And he's talked to me for probably longer than I would expect. He just said, well, it's basically just a 90s film. I looked at him sheepishly again, and I said, I'm just here to see a dumb action film. He's like, well, you're definitely going to see that, which I definitely did. And then I politely thanked him, and I went to the theater. But that was amazing to me that he was such a gracious guy. He was so nice. And even, like I said, I wasn't even going to shake his hand or offer my hand to shake. But he made that initial, reaction. He had that was his initial reaction, was to be very gracious, thank me for my compliment, and then come over and shake my hand and talk to me for a little bit. I thought that was very, very polite of him. And if you ever come across my video, which I guarantee you won't, but just in case you do, just for that 1 in a million chance, thank you. Thank you for being so polite, and thank you for extending that hand of courtesy to me. I really enjoyed your comments, and I enjoy your videos, and I thought you were a very upstanding kind of guy. So there you go. All right, so that was Meg. That was my review to Meg. Again, I do not know when I'm going to see you guys next. I got there early enough to watch the trailers, and I saw the trailer for Venom again, and it looks terrible. Oh, it makes me so angry. I'm angry because I know I'm going to go see this movie, but it looks so bad. That's one of the bigger movies that are coming out in the more recent future that I am going to go see. And of course, I'll turn on my camera and I'll tell you guys how terrible it is. Another one that I saw, and it doesn't look all that promising either. But, and I don't think the preview showed this time around, but I did see, they had the merchandise out in front. The Predator's coming out. I've seen all the movies. I've seen the Predator movies. I don't like the Arnold Schwarzenegger version. Man, it was stupid. This is so stupid. It was like pro wrestling of the monster movies. A bunch of pro wrestlers going after this invisible monster. So stupid. And it's so many overacting parts of that movie. And then it laughs at the end. Oh God, I hated that movie. I just hated it. Everybody loved that movie, and I hated it. But I didn't mind the sequel to it. I thought it was actually better than the original. A lot of people don't disagree with me, but I did. In the subsequent movies, like the Alien vs. Predator movies, a lot of people panned those too. And I enjoyed them. More than likely, it's because it's a science fiction movie, and I usually give a very generous pass to a lot of science fiction movies. But that's my long way of saying The Predator's going to come out next. I'll probably go watch that and give you a review of that. But there's not that many movies that I'm really excited about seeing nowadays. Like I said, the summer movie season is over with. It is over with. And so we're getting a lot of these wild card movies until the end of August. And then after that, we're just on to the normal schedule, the I don't give a shit schedule of just putting out the lesser known movies, the not so big budget movies. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with those movies. It's just summertime is my time. Summertime, I love summer movies. So please don't subscribe, but make your own content, make your own movie reviews, so that I'll go on them and I'll comment on them. Heck yeah, and I'll subscribe to them if I feel. And subscriptions aren't really all that important to me. Comments are. All right, that's it. I'm done. Guys, thanks for watching. And as always, thanks for watching. And I hope that there's a good movie that comes out pretty soon here, so that I can make another video. But anyways, I'm out. Montanay. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.